We have looked at how to multiply monomials, and today we're going to look at a special case of that. We're going to look at two binomials. Remember, binomial means it's a polynomial with two terms, so we're going to have two binomials and we're going to multiply them together. The reason we're going to focus some time on this is this comes up a lot when we get into quadratics and factoring and things that are coming up excuse me, after we finish the sections we're on. So the goal for this, keep this in mind, the goal for this is to be able to do most of this mentally and not have to show all the work. You can show the work as long as you need to, but when you are comfortable and you can do the parts in your head that can be done in your head, feel free to take that step. Now, I'm going to show you two ways to multiply binomials. You don't have to do both ways. You can choose the way you like and do it that way. The first thing we're going to look at is called the box method. This actually is like showing area, okay? So we're going to create a box, and we're going to put our first binomial along the top and our second binomial along the side. And we're going to find the area of each of these squares. Okay, mine aren't exactly squares, but you can use your imagination. So this square right here would be 4x times 2x, right? 4x times 2x, I get 8x squared. This square right here is 4x times 3, because that's where those intersect, right? So 4x times 3, and put your sign with it so that you don't lose it. 4x times 3 is 12x. This square is 2x times 1, right? 2x times 1. Anything times 1 in itself is itself. I get plus 2x. And this square is what? This square is 3 times 1. And 3 times 1 is 3. So what we notice, we have the 8x squared. That's our highest exponent. We're going to write it first. And what we also want to notice, we have a 2x and a 12x. Those are like terms, right? So 2x plus 12x, when I put those together, I get 14x, and then I've got a plus 3. I check again. Nothing, there are no like terms. I'll get it out in a minute. This is simplified. Notice that two binomials here gave me a trinomial. That is often the case. So that's the box method. That's way number one. And the other way is just going to be what we looked at in the first part of this section. And we're going to look at the distributive property. So here we're going to write the two binomials side by side, and we're going to do exactly what we did in class. We're going to do 2x times 4x. We get 8x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. Then we're going to distribute the 3. 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times 1 is 3. Just like before, I have two like terms. Guess what? I get the same answer. 8x squared plus 14x plus 3. Notice the same things show up. These four terms show up over here. Here they show up in a box. Here they show up in a line. Here I see my like terms across a diagonal. I add them. Here my like terms are side by side. So those are the two different ways that you can multiply binomials. Now, I'm going to do these two with you. I'm going to do one with a box method. I'm going to do one using distributive property. You can do either way you want. You do not have to do both. All right? So the box method, I'm going to have 4a plus 3. Notice I keep my sign so that I don't lose them. And a plus 2. So I look at each box. This box is 4a times a, which is 4a squared. This box is 3 times a, so that's plus 3a. This box here is 4a times 2, which is plus 8a. And this last box is 3 times 2, which is 6. So I look, I see my 4a squared, I see my like terms, 8a plus 3a is 11a, and then my plus 6 comes along. So the goal is to be able to look at this and not have to do the box, not have to do distributive property, but right now, show me the method you're using, show me your like terms. Now let's look at the next one, the quantity 3a plus 4 times the quantity a minus 2. I'm going to do this one using distributive property. 3a times a is 3a squared. 3a times negative 2 is negative 6a. Then I'm going to distribute the 4. 4 times a is 4a. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. I look, I do have like terms. Minus 6a plus 4a is minus 2a minus 8. Okay? So you pause the video, you do both of these problems that are left, use either method you like. I will show one with a box, one with distributive, but you should have the same answer as me regardless of the way you choose. So the first one, the quantity 4b minus 5 times the quantity b minus 2. I got 4b squared minus 13b plus 10. And then the quantity y minus 4 times the quantity 2y plus 5. I got 2y squared minus 3y minus 20. Regardless of which way you chose, you should get the same answer. Choose your favorite. What you need to be trying to pay attention to is how to get this middle term. Okay? As you get more practice with it, see if you can come up with a way to get this middle term without having to show the box or distributive property. But show it just as long as you need to. We will do lots and lots of practice with this in class.